Sunday, May 24th, 2020. My final letter, yeah. I consider it a way to kill boredom, not so much necessary, so I shall call it killing boredom. Okay. So much for method. I don't take anything I say too seriously, and overall I still enjoy the refrain from Modest Mouse, if you're also killing boredom, here's a link. Okay. Sometime in February I heard in my head the word corona while I was typing away on a project. It reminded me of a particular experience I had had 4 years earlier while taking an extended stay vacation in Washington state. I had been working on a manuscript called Mostly an American Mythology. I had always wondered why we didn't have a proper Homer, was he blind or is that just a rumor, style anthology of something more than just superpowers and damsels in distress, so I tried investigating the possibility of my own contribution on the subject. The difficulty at first with writing is fluidly communicating something that hadn't been spelled out yet. It's there, you can feel it, like when you have to go to the bathroom really bad and to explain what it is in terms of what it looks like before it happens, leaves you sounding like a Trump maybe, it's gonna be great. Anyway, I had begun to hear a sing-songy voice telling a story with sensations. That's hard to explain, and it had nothing to do with anything I had previously experienced, nothing to do with what was happening on Earth. I had never really had those kinds of thoughts or paid attention to the subject, but it was compelling, so I would walk for hours, I mean morning till dusk, in the snow and just listen, smoke, drink lattes spiked with eggnog. This particular day I had been out for about 8 hours and was starting to get really hungry. I was told on a recent event I will explain later in this letter that my spirit animal is a goose. Was a goose, apparently it's changing. I say that because I started to feel directed, navigationally directed at a certain point. Exercises were done to test the accuracy of the occurrence, made me laugh at times the way it happened. This particular day towards the end of it I was directed, led by the Lord, however it is impressively put, from your context or part of the world to an area of the city I had never been before. I was new to the city in general, but I always explored the first few days any new location I would be in. As I went, the thought of food kept coming up, and I saw to my left a small family self-serve Mexican restaurant. The thought of being warm and eating was good, and I felt the okay at that point to go in, haha. Once in though, I felt like what I ordered would be important. The restaurant sort of felt like a place that had real Mexican food, but was set up like a Taco Bell, and I remember standing at the counter famished but wanting to make sure for some reason I got the order right. I never drank beer by myself, but I was told to get a glass of water, a Corona, and to ask for a lime, and a supreme enchilada with Mexican rice and beans. Sounds good. Even the beer, because of all the caffeine I had sipped throughout the day. I waited for the order and excitedly went up to the counter to collect what I felt like was a reward after such a long day, physically and mentally exhausting in a way. Went to sit down next to a window and was told a couple of things. Take a drink of your water, put the lime in the Corona but only halfway, 1 bite of rice and beans. No fucking way. Just do it. Okay. Drink of water, lime sticking halfway in the Corona, 1 bite of rice and beans, and it felt so good hitting my stomach. Now put the lime all the way into the bottle and walk away. Okay. I felt like I was led to the left exit from my table and I started walking that way, but just as I reached the door I was whirled around and I started heading the other direction, back across the room to the other exit. As I walked back across I took a look at my tray sitting at my empty table, Corona, water half drank, plate of food with 1 bite out of it, and I prayed to hear something different, a go ahead to eat it, but the direction was to the opposite door, and when I reached it I walked out, and was stunned by what I could see. It was a 9-story well-done mural of Zeus holding lightning and riding a horse in dark clouds with writing below it, God of Thunder, God of Light. Turn left and keep walking. Okay. More things happened that day, but now you know why I thought of it when the word Corona came to mind in February, just as I was finishing up on a project. March 1st was the final day. Project finished, I could start focusing on my day job again, start making some money. On the 21st of March our industry was shut down in Hawaii. For one reason or another I had about $120 in my pocket. I smoked about a pack a day, never cooked for myself and had no food in the room.